What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Skrilltown himself. Skrilltown MO, Skrilltown Clothing, Skrilltown Everything, LLC. So today, we're going to discuss some things that will benefit any entertainer in investing in themselves. But first, I want to advertise my product. Let's see, street music. There you go, street music, meditation, bag money. $3 you 101. You can get all three of these for $10, free shipping, and I will send them out to you and autograph them. So street music and meditation, bag money, and $3 101, all for $10 with shipping and handling included. So let's talk about cutting corners. I had a conversation with a friend of mine the other day in regard to artists investing in themselves and how a lot of them, they try to cut corners thinking that it's the easy way of them investing, thinking that they'll still be able to manage to get the same type of promotion and marketing while cutting these corners. What an artist doesn't understand is that, for example, if I am selling a package with materials and the package is estimated to be around $500 to $1,000, and you refuse to pay that, but you continue to pay $150 here, $100 there, eventually it's going to add up to $500 to $1,000 anyway. So it's smarter if you think smarter and business minded. You understand that it's better. You'll get more quality and product if you just buy it by bulk versus buying it at a lesser mode. And that's what a lot of artists don't understand. They want to cut corners. They want to pay 50 here. They want to pay 100 there. And all it's doing is adding up in the long run, where a $500 package will end up costing them $800 by the time that they're all said and done, because they paid over and over and over again. The nickel and dime, and they're paying $100 here and 75 and 50, and then they'll see deals and they'll be like, well, I can't get it this week, but I'll get it next week. Well, guess what? The deal's over next week. So the deal will go up by $25 and go up by $50. And then they'll try to catch the deal again, not realizing that if they would have just saved the money ahead of time and got the deal when it was a deal, they would save themselves the trouble and the money. But yeah, we talked about that. We discussed it. And we both came to agreement that, yeah, a lot of artists, entertainers, they try to do that. They try to cut corners, and it's just not smart. It's not good business practice. A lot of people in the industry, they don't take you serious when you cut corners, because cutting corners for promotion and marketing is like cutting corners in your career. And all it does is shortchange yourself. It'll shortchange your talents. It'll shortchange the fact of showing that you're sincere and serious about being an entertainer or artist. It just shows a lot. And, from an industry standpoint, it makes it where a lot of people don't want to deal with you. They don't want to work with people that don't take their craft or their talent serious. And if you're only basing your career off talent and not the fact of being business minded or investing in yourself, then you're gonna have a short career. So that conversation came about because the artist wanted a certain situation but didn't really want to pay for it. And you get that a lot. You get artists that want to be in the limelight. They want to have the fortune and fame, but they don't want to do the necessary things to get there. And I try to tell you guys over and over again that it's gonna take time and pay. You have to be patient. It's not an overnight thing. It's all about longevity. when you're doing things like this. When you are building yourself up, you got to build fans for one. You have to build trust in the fans. Your music has to be good. You have to be consistently vested in your craft, and you have to invest in yourself. So just think about those things when you're going out and you are recording songs and performing shows. It's more to it than those two. The number one thing is about investing in your career and how much you choose to invest in your career. So by cutting corners, that's not going to get you where you want to be any quicker than it would anybody else. Just because you go out and you do shows here and there, or you might go to the studio here and there, do a song here and there, drop a song here and there. All you're doing is cutting corners that'll never make you successful, because nobody wants a here and there type of artist. Nobody wants an artist that will do a show every once in a while, record a song every once in a while, put out material every once in a while. They want a consistent artist, and that's why you see the consistency of the entertainment business is because the artists that actually succeed, they're consistent. Like, you don't see Drake putting out albums every once in a while or putting out songs every once in a while. You see him on a song on a consistent basis. You see him featured on songs on a consistent basis. So that's why I said when you cut corners in anything, regardless if it's music or anything else, you're shortchanging yourself. So when you do something, my advice would be to think about it. And if you can't afford it at the time, that's okay, but come back to it. So it's one thing to not be able to afford a promotion or a package versus being able to afford it and just not wanting to pay the price for it. You know, what you guys don't realize is that, let's say you go to a dealership and you want to buy a BMW. And the first time you go to the dealership and you talk to the car salesman, he tells you that vehicle is going to be $50,000. Just because you come back 2 years later and the price may have dropped doesn't mean that's going to be the car that you want anymore. Because at the time that you went to the dealership, you wanted a brand new BMW. Now it's not a brand new BMW. So you're going to get what you pay for. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is anywhere. If you cut corners, you're going to get what you pay for. And working with different entities in the music business and the industry, you'll learn that it's all about reputation. If people, look at you as being a procrastinator or being cheap or not giving 110%, a lot of them just won't work with you. They won't waste their time with you. They won't have patience with you. Some of them will just take your money just to get you out the way, to discourage you, because they feel like, oh, well, this person ain't really taking this serious, so I'm going to take his money just because of that. And then eventually he or she will realize that either you ain't fit for this or you got to come correct. And that's what it's really all about. It's all about coming correct. It's all about, doing things the right way, having a strategy. I tell artists a lot to, prepare and then execute the plan. Don't just come out just because. Never do that. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea with anything. Don't do anything raw. Think about what you're gonna do. Prepare, plan, execute. So yeah, we talked about that, and it's funny how this guy's in New York and I'm in KC, and he didn't deal with people on one end of the spectrum, and I've dealt with people on the other end, and it's still all the same. It still all comes down to the doers and the wanters, the people that want it and the people that actually do it. The people that do it actually succeed. They're the ones that eventually succeed. The people that just want it and ain't willing to do it, they don't. So it don't really matter how you cut corners. It's eventually it's gonna come back around. That's 360 degrees. It's gonna come back around. So if you didn't face it the first time you cut a corner, don't mean 2-3 weeks, 2-3 years, 2-3 months, or whatever down the road, it's not gonna come back around. And the thing that sucks about it is that when it does come back around, it could be higher. They could want more. Let's think about a deal. Let's think about you pass up a deal because you think you got a better situation in the back, and then you don't take that deal, and then you end up not getting the deal that you thought you really wanted. But when that deal comes back around that was offered to you before, it might not be as sweet. And you might have actually built some momentum where you are more in demand, but now the deal's not as sweet, so you miss out on those opportunities. And that's what it is. Like anytime you cut corners, you miss out on opportunities. If you do a radio campaign, a video campaign, if you have an opportunity to go on tour, if you have an opportunity to be in some type of magazine or to get some type of exposure, you got to grasp the opportunity. You got to take it. If you don't take it, then it'll pass you up and it'll end up going to someone else. It's a lot more people that want to be successful in this industry that are successful in this industry. So as long as you got more people that want to do it versus people that are actually doing it, it's going to be more people that they can offer it to. So yeah, I just want to get on here and shoot some game with y'all on a Tuesday night. But check it out. We got April 15th. Fetty Skrills and Record, You've Been Saying, will be out on all digital platforms. Go download it on iTunes, Amazon, Tidal, Pandora, Spotify. Check it out. It's really a hot track. It's been hot for a while, but now this is the re-release, and it's being distributed by Sony Orchard Music. And then be on the lookout for Becky Raymond with Summertime Sugar, Eric Lee with 7 Miles, and then on Mother's Day, we're going to hit you with My Mama, the re-release. And that's a tribute to all the single mothers, all the hardworking mothers, all the mothers out here that have had to struggle through the grind to take care of their kids. So yeah, like I said, we up and coming, we doing what we need to do. I'm always here to help artists that want the help, artists that want to listen, artists that want to succeed, artists that aren't just thinking about their pocketbook or thinking about what it's going to cost. If you think about what it's going to cost, you really don't need to be in this type of situation. And if you're not willing to listen, you don't need to be in this either. Because we all are willing to learn. We should all be willing to learn for one, and we can all learn something. So, on that note, you know where I'm at. You can check me out on all social media platforms. You can always go to the website, www.ScrilltownMObusiness.com. And then you can hit me up by email, ScrilltownMOBooking@gmail.com. Until next time, I'm out.